Good afternoon. All right, so we said we were going to talk about a few basic things that I started doing that made a difference for me. It started me on the journey to losing weight, being healthier, being happier. And so we're going to go back to the basics. I don't want you worrying about calories or anything else. Doing this different, don't need the headset. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go over a few things about two of my rules. Make it cheap. Well, let's do all three. Make it cheap, make it real, make it pretty. Okay, so let's talk about making it cheap. You can go buy pre-made meals, and you can buy a pot pie for $1 and things like that. But tell me, after you get done eating that pot pie for $1, that you're not going to still be hungry, or you're not going to be hungry 15 minutes later. And don't get me wrong, those are my favorite things. And if I want them, I'm going to do that. But let's do some things that are not going to cost us very much money, and that are going to make you feel good, and things like that. First thing is, if you don't like something, do not eat it. Don't make that a part of your routine and a part of your meals. There's no reason for it. You're not going to be happy. All right, so apples. A bag of apples is, if you go with a nice apple like Fuji or no, I can't think, Gala. All right, so that's going to run you $3 or $4. Now that bag of $3 or $4 is going to have, God, I don't know what, 6, 7, 8 apples in it. Okay, so with that and a few bananas and one other fruit of any kind, you can make yourself a fruit salad easy and simple and fast. You're going to take, if let's talk about if you've got 2 people, okay? You're going to take half of each of those three fruit, and you're going to cut it up, and you're going to put it in a bowl, maybe sprinkle just a little bit of sugar, maybe just a little bit of cinnamon or something, just to give it a little bit of something. And there you go. You've got 2 bowls. You just divvy it up. You've got 2 bowls of fresh fruit salad, and I promise you that's going to fill just about, if not fill, almost fill a bowl like this. And you're going to be eating in 2 or 3 hours, well, about 3 hours anyway, so that's okay. And yeah, have something with it. I mean, I'm not going to have just a bowl of fruit. I'm going to have a bowl of fruit with oatmeal or something like that, okay? So you've got half of 3 different fruits, and that means at lunch or dinner or whatever, you can do the same thing again and have a second bowl of fruit. That's how easy it is to get 3 pieces of fruit into your body, which is going to increase the amount of water and things that you're taking, and you've just increased the amount of fruits and vegetables you're eating, so there's just no way to lose with that. All right, so cheap. Bag of apples, bag of potatoes, bag of rice. Make it brown rice, but if you don't make it brown rice, like I said, we're not worrying about being strict or being right now. We're just going to eat good, and we're going to eat cheap. I'll tell you something that is super cheap, and that's dry beans. A pound of dry beans is going to be easily 2 meals for a family if you portion it out and serve it with other things, or 3 or 4 if you're just 2 people. What I like to do, what I've discovered that works really well, that I don't have to pre-soak or anything like that, is an Instapot, which is simply an electronic pressure cooker. Dry beans, you put them with, however much water, maybe some. If you're going to do this in Instapot, you're going to spice the living hell out of them, okay? So look up some recipes, not just about cooking dry beans, but actual recipes, and it'll tell you, you're going to be putting tablespoons of things in it. Anyway, so a pound of dry beans is going to cook up in about 35 minutes on the outside, So it's not going to take a lot of time. You can do that and go do something else and come back to it, and they're ready. I mean, think about it. If you threw these in the morning, by the time you got done being dressed and serving breakfast or whatever you're doing, it's time to turn that thing off and let it depressurize all by itself. It's not going to hurt anything. It's off. we can work on the logistics of that later. And then, which means when you get home, you've got beans ready, and if you leave the lid on, it's going to stay warm for a really long time. You might still have to reheat it, but you know, it's going to be available. It is healthy. It is going to make your body feel good. It gives you a lot of protein. Again, there is no losing with that. So lots of cheap things that aren't going to take you a long time, that are going to make you feel good, and it's going to taste good, and you're going to be eating something you like. And it doesn't matter. I like nectarines. I like apples. I like bananas. I'm trying to think, most of the time what I did was bananas and apples and something else. I can't quite remember, but that was my thing. So whatever you like, just get a few. And here, okay, let's talk about this for a while. Eating cheap. The market and the marketing right now is geared towards buying in bulk. Okay, so if you buy 10 pounds of apples or 10 pounds of potatoes or whatever it is, then it's going to be less expensive for you. But no, it's not, because if you're not going to use that, it's going to go bad and you're going to throw it away and you didn't save anything. And plus you got a mess. And although if you want to keep doing that, hey, take the ones that are rotten and make you a compost pile and do good things with that. Grow you some tomatoes so you're not paying, you know, grow you some bell peppers, because you do not need to be paying $1 per bell pepper. Okay, so there's things you can do if you want to keep doing what you're doing. You can't worry about that night. That's fine. But generally speaking, you want to buy enough for the week and no more. In fact, if you want to limit it to 5 days, that's good. You are going to pay a little bit more, but you're going to save a little bit more because it's not going to waste. Don't buy what you're not going to use, which means you got to think about it a little bit. Hey, I want to make beans on Monday. I'm going to make tater tots with hot dogs on Tuesday. I'm going to have breakfast, so I'm going to have oatmeal, so I don't have to think about it. And so you just think about it a little bit and say, okay, this is what I need. This is what I'm doing this week. This is what I need. That means that you are already prepared. You know what you're going to do. You don't have to sit and think about it and make a decision. You already made that decision. You know what you need to get to do what you need to do. Your life just got easier, okay? So we don't need to buy in bulk. We just don't. It's wasteful. It takes up space. That's the other thing. You're going to put that, 20 pounds of rice or Jell-O or whatever it is on a shelf or in your cupboard. And it's either going to go bad. You're going to forget about it. It's not going to get used. So go look in your pantry right now. Go through your shelves right now. Go through your refrigerator and your freezer right now. I bet that bad boy is stuffed full and half of it's expired. I'm guilty of this, okay? I was and am the worst about that. I'm still learning and training myself not to do that, not to spend my money where I don't need to spend it, and not to fill my life with things that I'm not going to use, okay? So, don't need to buy in bulk. You don't need to spend a lot of money. Potatoes and apples and rice and beans and all of those things are great. Nobody's going to bitch at you because you ate them. You're not going to feel guilty for having eaten them. Okay, so eat cheap, eat real. This is real food that you are touching with your hand that came from an original source. It didn't come from a factory. It didn't. Okay, do you hear what I'm saying? Eat pretty. Play with your food. Just a few basic things that when I post things, they're like, oh, I love those bowls and things like that. Okay, these are Tupperware. Tupperware is expensive. I'm not real happy with Tupperware, but they're cute, and you can kind of do an arrangement of food. It's good for that. And I'm getting ready to make some tater tots, y'all. Okay, these I happened to find randomly on a shelf in Walmart. Really, really pretty, and I think they were $1 something a piece. Go to the dollar store, find something cute, do it. All right, these I got some time ago. These are Rachel Ray. They're heavy, they're thick, they're quality, they're, but they are heavy and things like that. So if you've got littles, you might have some difficulty with that. But at the same time, these Look how thick that is, okay? These are going to be a lot less likely to shatter if they're dropped. And these are microwave safe. If you have a plastic bowl, God bless you, I love them too, and they are light and they are convenient and they are easy, but you put them in the microwave, they are going to turn into, no. Okay, they're not made for that. It's not going to work. Now, what I did with the Rachael Ray set is I got one set in green and one set in purple. So then what you have is you can contrast. So I can put rice in this and chicken, or what, I can play with my food and do it however I want, but I've got this. And this also helps me. I don't need 3 cups of chili. That's just me. I don't need it. If I eat 4 things with it, I don't need as much. Okay, so and again, I'm eating, you know, 5-6 times a day, so I'm not nearly that hungry. You know, unique things that are colorful, things that are going to make you feel good, make you smile, make you happy, okay? So eat pretty. We'll get into playing with food later. All right, so we talked about not worrying about portions and things like that, and we're not, but I'm going to show you something with regard to portions that's going to help you out later. Now again, the app that I started off with is Nourishly, N-O-U-R, I think it's I-S-H-L-Y. I don't know. I'll get a link to it or something to you later. All right. According to the package, because everybody likes to say that their product is only 100 calories. According to their package, if I'm looking right, let's see, 9 tater tots is 150 calories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is not even a cup, okay? You see that? It's not even a cup. And when I squish it up, it's not all the way to the top quite. That's not a cup. I'm putting chili on it, okay? I'm putting my chili on it. Why? Because I need something quick. It's something I remember tastes good, and I want it right now. I'm not being strict with myself right now. I need to eat what I want, but I also need to be conscious of it. Maybe make a little bit better decisions. Okay, so I'm putting chili on it. Now, this again, I'm just going over this to put something in your mind about what it's worth to you. Okay, so you know if you're eating 3,000 calories, your body isn't going to feel good and your doctor's going to bitch at you. All right. So if down the road I'm going to limit myself to a certain amount of calories because I feel like that's what I want to do, if I'm going to spend 2,000 calories on myself today, is 300 and something of it worth that? Or can I eat a potato and some fruit and some something and some sour cream and some cheese and all of that, which is going to make me feel better and which is going to really fill me up? And who's going to be impressed by what? If, you know, your mom is not going to complain, your friends are going to go, oh, what are you doing? Okay, so anyway, I am not going to do 1 cup of, or I'm not going to do 9 tater tots, okay? I got myself a little pan. It's so cute. Again, Walmart. I don't remember how much it costs, but I love it. I'm in the process of doing the tiny home thing. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit more. I'm going to use the cup just as a reference because I don't want a whole ton because I'm having the chili with it and whatnot. And I'm going to have some fruit beforehand because I'm really hungry. I made the mistake of shopping hungry. Okay. All right. So for 2 people, let's take a look. For 2 people, that's not bad. If you break it down and put it in something that kind of puts it in a reasonable perspective, that's not bad. You're going to be all right with that. That's it. Put it in perspective. So Alton Brown used these, and I'm just deeply impressed with them. This was cheap. It doesn't work great. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. I love the coarse sea salt. Get yourself stop using refined sugar. You don't need the white sugar, and you don't need the white table salt. If you just get the pink salt or anything like, it's got a lot more nutrients, it's got a lot more minerals and different things in it, and the things that are good about salt and the things that are good about sugar have not been taken out of it. Okay, now you can buy a 4-pound bag of unrefined sugar for about $2. Zulka, Zulka or Ca. It's at Walmart, and actually buying like the smaller bag is cheaper to buy 2 of the smaller bag than 1 of the bigger bag. Pay attention to that. Okay, so for $2. Okay, and by the way, everything I bought today, a couple apples, couple sweet potatoes, a big nice piece of watermelon. This was $1. It saved a lot, y'all. And some tater tots and chili, and I can't remember what else. I think that's about it. Oh yeah, I got these too. Yeah, I'm gonna eat these. I haven't in a long time, saw them, wanted them, got them. All right. So all in all, everything that I bought was about, I think it was $10 and change, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 meals. So this at the very least is going to have me lunch and dinner, and a snack in between, and yeah, I mean, I'm covered. I'm good. Now where can you go to eat for $10 for an entire day? All right, so this is what I'm saying. Real food, cheap and easy. And are any of these things strict? Are any of these things something you would see at Weight Watchers? I don't think so. All right, but we're going to be all right. All right, so this one, we preheated the oven to 425. I'm going to throw them in there. I did a little bit of salt. I don't need to worry about doing a lot to them because I'm going to be put chili on them, so we're good. 15 minutes on those. Alexa, set the timer for 15 minutes. Make your life easy. Do whatever it takes. You know, if you've got a smartphone, most likely you've got some kind of timer or clock or alarm on there. Take advantage of it so that it sounds an alarm. So when you forget what you're doing, you don't end up wasting food because you chart it and turned it into carbon that you can use for your garden or, you know, whatever. There's always a use for something. All right. So, yeah, I didn't use all of it. The easy thing for me, when I use half a bag of vegetables, just throw it in a Ziploc, throw it in the freezer. It's not going to take a lot of room. You're going to have it handy. It's going to be easy. You just grab what you need, and you're done. All right, so let's get down to a snack while I'm waiting for those to cook. When that is almost done, I'm going to heat up the chili. No problem. So let's play just a little bit. All right. I love me a good knife. And you can't find a good knife that will... It's one of 2 things. It's either going to be dull by the 4th time you use it, or it's going to take your finger off. It's just the way it works. I don't know. Still hunting for something that's not going to cost me, you know, $110 to get something that works. Okay, so... if I can keep from falling down. All right, we got the watermelon. Nice easy wedge. This is actually like way too much. It's way more than what I need, especially considering I'm going to be eating in about 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to just cut off 2 really good, nice and thick slices. All right, which is going to be just fine, and that means I've got enough for dinner and dessert tonight. So we're doing good. All right, so look at that. You just put it down. Just put it down. That's kind of nice, don't you think? That's kind of a nice presentation. Okay. All right, but we're doing for 2. If I want to, sometimes I will do this and take the picture and make it look pretty before I post it. Generally speaking, when it comes to pictures and things like that, you're going to want to do odd numbers. It's just kind of a principle in design and things like that, that odd numbers look better, unless you've got enough of them that it doesn't make a difference because your eye isn't going to break it down and you know, make a big deal about it. your eye isn't going to have a fit. Okay, so this is what they do when you see things on TV. If the plate is a certain color, you don't necessarily have to worry about that. But hey, if they're going to be fancy, I'm going to be fancy. How long did that take me? Okay, I'm playing with my food. All right, so I don't have 3 pieces of watermelon. I don't have 3 snowballs, but I do have one. One's an odd number. All right, but now I've got 2 things on the plate. Doesn't quite look right, so I need to find something else to throw on the plate. Let me think. Don't necessarily want to do something sweet like, you know, cookies or something like that. So let's break it down and do something a little bit better. Now watch. Okay, can you see that? Can you see that? You got your watermelon, which is colorful and bright and pretty. You got your snowball, which is a nice treat for you, and it's not 3 of them, it's just 1. You've got your, now these, I bought 2 bags of almonds, the smaller bags, like, you know, like the 2 pound, whatever the hell it is, 20 ounce, whatever it is. I got the cinnamon covered and the cocoa covered. I like the lightly salt, or I like the sea salt ones mixed with the smoked ones. Whatever you want to do, you can get 3 kinds and mix them, whatever you want to do with that. Okay, now look, it's just in a measuring cup, and that's kind of cool, don't you think? Okay, so that's easy. I played with my food. I took a second. I've got a plate that looks good. It's fun. It makes me smile, and it's not bad as far as price, and it's not bad as far as healthy and things like that. Almonds are healthy. Watermelon's healthy, and a single snowball is not gonna freaking kill me. Okay, all right, so that's the start of things. That's where we're at. Don't forget Nourishly. I will post a link to it, and until next time, you know, take care of yourself, and you know, if you will, go down to the comments and let me know what you got from this, what sounds good, what doesn't, what you're gonna do. Show me what you're gonna do. Show me a picture of how you play with your food and did yourself right. Yeah, eat yourself right. Yeah? Yeah. All right, talk to you later.